We got to 10 likes on the last video. I recorded this directly after the Death Flame video. You can watch that one if you want. And it's a video that's like this one, where I read a short story I made in like grade 6. I redraw the cover, except the last one, it was my friend's short story, and now this one is mine. And thank you for being here. The 3 characters, actually no, there's like 4 characters in here, mostly. There might be side characters, but anyway. The 4 characters in here, the 4 main ones, are based off of my friends. I am Lynn. Alicia's the one that wrote Death Flame. Ina is the one that roasted Death Flame with me, and then Eva is one that I've never talked about before. Hi, my name is Lynn. I just moved to a new town called Maxmill with my sister, Elige. My neighbor's name is Eva. I've never talked to her before, but her house does not look normal. I do see her walking on the street sometimes, and her windows are always closed.
Lynn! Elige! You're going to be late for school, and it's your first day!
Said my mom, but our new school was weird. Well, looked weird anyway. For some reason, there was no bus for our school, so me and Elige had to walk. On the way to school, we ran into me and Elige's old friend.
Ina! What are you doing here?
Asked all 3 of us at the same time. When we got to school, it didn't look weird, more like haunted. We thought it would get better inside, so we went in. We were wrong. Also, we didn't hear or see anyone.
Craig?
Until that happened. I was terrified. When we went to get out, the doors were locked somehow. We saw a door and opened it. It led to the basement. I felt stupid as I was going down the stairs. Ina said we could hide in the basement. Elige got down first.
OMG!
What? I looked, and there was a jail in the basement. In the jail, there was kids locked in the cells. Oh my goodness. What the heck did I write? They were suffering from thirst and hunger. Bro, why am I so edgy? Some were even chained on the walls. Is that Eva? Said Elige. I think. And it's her.
Who's Eva?
Asked Ina. Our neighbor, said me and Elige. We don't really know her though. We got to a room, and it was kinda small. We saw Eva stabbing a voodoo doll. Why? Bro, like I threw like the most random stuff in here. Like half of this stuff I just put in here for literally no reason, and it's just supposed to seem creepy for no reason. But I think I realized that at some point, so then I wrote, you'll see. All 3 of us slowly walked towards her. For some reason, Ina randomly asked, "What are you doing?" Eva turned around. Okay, that part there, "What are you doing?" We thought that was so funny because I like showed that part to them, and we were all laughing so hard at like the fact that she just said that because that's stupid, and we all thought that was funny. Yeah, I just wanted to say that because I remember that. Eva turned around. She couldn't talk, or didn't want to. Suddenly, she pointed to us.
Help me.
How? I asked.
Kill Burly dog.
What dog?
Behind you!
Yelled Elige. Ina grabbed the knife that Eva was using to stab the voodoo doll and killed the huge wolf-like dog. Finally, the jail cells opened and everything went back to normal. Bertoli put a spell on the school. He died, so the spell died with him. So that last sentence, okay, originally the story ended at, like, this is after I already got my story back from the teacher. I realized that a bunch of stuff literally didn't even make sense. So from the part where it says Bertoli put a spell on the school to everything else, I put that after to explain a bunch of random stuff that I put. So this is all just me explaining stuff that I realized didn't make sense. After Bertoli put a spell on the school, he died, so the spell died with him. As for the doll, it was to hurt Bertoli. 2 months later, me, Elige, and Ina actually became friends with Eva. She had a dog that looked like a smaller but still big wolf dog, like Bertoli. Anyway, that's the story of how we all became friends with Eva and Bertoli, the nice dog. The end. Worst story I've ever written in my life. But somehow, this was one of the best stories in that class. My teacher kept telling me, "Oh, you sure you don't want to read it to the class? Are you really sure it's really good?" Yeah. And she didn't do that to anyone else, so sadly. And I also remember thinking, man, all these other people's stories, they sure do suck. Not gonna lie, is way better. I'm not saying this to brag about something I did in grade 6. That is the most loser. That is stupid. Anyway, this is the cover. I haven't actually drawn it yet, but I'm going to. And I did! I finished the cover now. Almost to, wait, what? I just realized Halloween is like in 10. And I made it all in like one day, which, probably is not the most healthy thing to do ever since it took me like 5 hours. But, believe it or not, I did actually go outside that day. I did. And it was for, I don't know how long, because that was a few days ago. But either way, I don't really have much to say about the drawing, because I actually really like it. I finished it 2 months later. I just realized it's Halloween in 10 days because as of now it is October 21st, and oh my goodness, I just realized that now. I didn't even do it on purpose, that it's, whoa, a spooky video around Halloween. Maybe it'll get some extra views. So this is it. I really like it actually, mostly. I kept trying to change Ina's face because it just kept not looking like, I wanted to make her look stupid, like dumb, like, cause you know, like, cause she's like that in the story a bit, and also in the cover, the original one, she looks so like silly and dumb in a funny way. Elige and Ina, they look exactly like how they do in real life, just in cartoon form, or at least how they did at the time. Especially Elige, she looks definitely older than she does there, but oh my goodness, like their outfits are exactly them. I remember Elige, she always wore, not always, but she wore like leg warmers over like socks, the long socks sometimes, so I added that. One time she was wearing leg warmers, then my other friend, which was Eva, in this story, she was Eva, she said,
Yeah, they actually look good on you. Not many people can pull them off.
and you know what Elige did? She took them off and said,
No, they're easy to pull off.
but like she actually meant it. She didn't realize. Oh, that was so funny. But the one that looks the least like their real life counterpart is definitely me. Don't wear skirts, I don't know, like this, but also I wanted to keep it like the same, or at least like similar enough to the original outfit, and I didn't remember what the colors of the original outfits were supposed to be, other than I know Elige's dress was supposed to be pink with white polka dots. I really love them. Oh my goodness, like when I was drawing this, I could not stop laughing because Elige looks like it looked exactly like her. It's so funny. So I decided to put Lynn as the middle one that's going down the stairs first, just because she's the main character. I don't remember who went down the stairs first. Sorry if you guys don't like how messy the lines are. I just didn't clean them up. I did erase a little bit, but mostly it is very messy, but I still like it. I think it's pretty ooh-woo, not gonna lie. And for like 3 people in one, like, and I didn't even use any sort of cheats. Like I didn't use 3D models for the anatomy, which like I suck at, by the way, so if you see a lot of mistakes in that, sorry about that. Elige is definitely the most stylized anatomy wise, because like her legs are literally just sticks because she's always been like so skinny. But oh my goodness, she does gymnastics, so as soon as she flexes, she like expands like 3 times her size because she just has huge muscles, except she's so skinny. So she's literally a stick, and as soon as she flexes, she like expands. It's so spooky, but it's kind of funny, and it's also pretty cool. My speed has improved so much. Oh my goodness. 5 hours for 3 characters. That is so actually crazy. And if you're wondering, why are the bangs blue? It's because that was by accident when I was adding some effects. For some reason, it turned blue in the process, and I just didn't change it back because it kind of looks cute. But yeah, to fix the story, I think, since I didn't do it as bad, but it was still pretty sus. Like I just added random spooky things that are spooky for no reason. They had no reason to be there other than just to add some spookiness, which really doesn't make sense. The only time where like that's okay, I feel like, is if, oh, there's a thunderstorm going on, you know? Like for atmosphere. That's the only time where you can add a random spooky thing just because. But other than that, like, it was all really useless. And like the voodoo doll had no reason to be there, except at the end when I just added that. Except the thing is, I didn't add that until later, after I already got my story back. It could have made more sense if that was an abandoned school and the kids went there by accident because their buses, oh, I got it. Their buses were canceled that day and their parents had to go to work, so the parents just told them, okay, the school is here and this is how you get there. And it was their first day, so they didn't know where the school was. So instead of going to the usual school, they accidentally went to the wrong school, and it was the abandoned one. So then when they went in, the doors got locked, they were trapped in, they had to find a way to get out. So they looked around and then they heard the dog. I don't know what to do about the dog. Maybe I would just turn him into a human, because I don't know why there's a random wolf in a school that's chaining kids up. Like, how is the dog, is Bertolli chaining these kids up in a jail in the basement. Why is there a jail in the basement? I don't know. It doesn't make sense. I think it would make more sense if Bertolli was not a dog, or if there was a real human and then a dog, right? Oh, something that I did like that was good is that I mentioned, ooh, the spooky neighbor, and it actually made sense later. It wasn't just a random spooky neighbor for no reason. So that was good. I know, it's like the bare minimum, but like back to me fixing the story a little bit. So it could have been if I really wanted to have the dog, or there could have been a dude that was chaining kids up, which is very suspicious. But yeah, he could have been chaining the kids up, putting them in jails. I don't know why exactly, but I'm just trying to fix it a little bit. And then he could have the dog, which the dog like sniffs out the kids in the school that accidentally walked in or whatever. And that could have worked. And then that was why there was like the
Please, no!
which, by the way, at the beginning, that was supposed to be Bertolli attacking a kid. In case that wasn't obvious, that's what that was. So yeah, Bertolli sniffs them out, attacks them, and then the dude brings them in the basement. Maybe he's doing some experiments on them. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing down there. Oh, maybe it could be Eva's dad or something, or her mom. And then that's why she's there, and she is like cursed and she can't talk because otherwise she would tell people about what her parents are doing. Oh, that could be something. And then that's why she wasn't able to talk, or at least could barely talk, or it was difficult. And then just completely ditched that random voodoo doll. It was very stupid and it had no reason to be there. Oh yes, and then that's why she said,
Help me.
because her parents are being meanies and locking kids up in basements and doing something to them, and then making Eva do something because maybe she has special powers or something. And they're using her to do something, and her parents are using her. So then when Lynn, Elige, and Ina go into the school and they realize Bertolli didn't hear them yet, so then they went down into the jail and were able to seal the kids, and then they're like, oh no, what is this all about? So then they unchain them, and then they're like, everybody, we need to get out of here. But then they see Eva in another room and she's like,
Help me.
she says,
Help me, guys.
so then all of the kids go together and they all get in a group and attack Bertolli and Eva's parents, and they save Eva and they save everyone, and then they all rush out, and since there's so many kids, they're all able to break through the door and leave. Wouldn't that be something really cool? Also, I could add a little bit of foreshadowing at the beginning of maybe she heard her parents talking about like, oh, careful kids, there's been some kidnappings around here lately. And I know that's like a little like I don't know, the only thing that's coming to my mind is underscaled problem, but that's not a word, but you know what I mean regardless, and that's what language is for, to communicate. So actually, yeah, I think that would be much better. Obviously, it's still not perfect, but I'm not rewriting the entire story. It still has to keep the main elements of it. Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Thank you for watching, everybody.
I'm at like 47 subscribers right now. Whoa! That's like 12 extra subs! Whoa, guys. That's so crazy. Also, I think I'm finally gonna get this video out on time compared to the last two videos. The last one was late by like a day, and then the one before that was late by like 4 days. Guys, what is going on? But yeah, anyway, Halloween is soon, so that's weird. I didn't even realize that. This was a coincidence, by the way, that it was posted right around Halloween. That wasn't on purpose.
Farewell, everyone.
That was weird. I don't know why I did that.